Digestion in grass-eating animals. So grass-eating animals means what? They are herbivores. So it includes all the herbivores, whether it is cow, buffaloes, horse, rabbit, they are herbivores. So let us see how digestion takes place in these organisms. So when I say herbivores, what do they feed on? They feed on the plant-based products, right? They may eat grasses, they may eat the dried grass, what we call hay, or the pulses, everything, right? Or the oil cakes, and you know very well. Now let us see how these organisms digest the grass. Can we digest the grass? Okay, anytime you wonder why we can't digest the grass, only why the herbivores or the herbivorous animals, they can digest the grass. So let us go through it, then we'll know the answer why we cannot digest the grasses. Okay, why only these organisms they can digest the grasses. Okay, now you would have observed, like the cows, the buffaloes, you would have seen that they'll be chewing. Even when they are not eating, they wouldn't be eating anything, okay, and they will be chewing continuously. They'll be chewing. What are they chewing? Whenever you give them grass, whenever you feed them grass, quickly they swallow. They swallow quickly because they have to digest grass. It is very difficult to digest the grass. Why it is very difficult to digest the grass? It is because all the plants, you take any plants, they are made up of one type of carbohydrate, a type of carbohydrate called cellulose. Okay? So cellulose is a carbohydrate. This carbohydrate cannot be digested so easily. Okay, to digest this carbohydrate, we need a chemical substance, an enzyme is required. This enzyme is not present in any of the animals. In any of the animals, the enzyme is not present, which will help them to break down cellulose and give energy. If that is the case, how can they get the energy? How the cows, buffaloes, or horse or the rabbit can get the energy? Because they have to break down cellulose. Without breaking down cellulose, they can't get energy. Then how is that they can do it? You should remember that these animals, these herbivores, they have 4-chambered stomach. They have 4-chambered stomach. Okay, 4-chambered stomach. Once quickly let us go through the digestive system in that is the herbivore, that is digestive system of a ruminant. So let us find out what is ruminant. Okay, so here let us see the digestive system of the cow. So it has a food pipe called esophagus, and this entire part is there. No, this entire part is stomach. The entire part is stomach. Out of this stomach, I said the stomach has 4 chambers. Out of this 4 chamber, there is 1 chamber present. This chamber is called rumen. There is a chamber in the stomach of these herbivores called rumen. So what is special about this rumen? The rumen has bacteria. It has bacteria. This bacteria helps in digestion of cellulose. This bacteria can help in breaking down. They help in breaking down cellulose. So the bacteria will partially digest the food. They help in partial digestion of food. Okay, so that is the speciality of the rumen. The rumen has a bacteria which will help in breaking down cellulose. Okay, after it breaks down, again it is taken back slowly to the mouth. Again it is taken back to the mouth slowly, and they will be chewing, and this is called chewing the cud. This process is called chewing cud. This is called chewing cud. I hope you understood, right? So remember, no animals can digest the plant cellulose. Okay, this cellulose, these animals can digest because they have a chamber called rumen. As they have this chamber rumen in which a bacteria is present, which will help in digesting or partially it will break down the cellulose. As they have this chamber rumen, that is why they are called ruminant. They are called ruminant. Okay, and this process of converting, that is breaking down of the cellulose, is called rumination. It is called rumination. The process is called rumination, and the animals are called ruminant. The animals are called ruminant. Now I hope you have understood why they chew. They'll be chewing even when they are not eating, because the cellulose cannot be easily broken down by any of the animals. Okay, and these animals have this 4-chamber stomach. One of the chamber of the stomach is called rumen, and the rumen has bacteria which will help in breaking down the cellulose. Partially it will help in digestion of the cellulose. Then again it is taken back to the mouth, and they will be completing the, that is they will continue with the digestion process. Okay, they have to again, they have to digest, when they have to eat, they have to chew that, again they have to send to the different parts of their digestive system, then they get the energy. Because you know very well, these animals depend only on the plants, right? The grasses, they feed on the grasses, and the grasses contain cellulose. Cellulose cannot be easily digested, and they are ruminants because they have 4-chamber stomach which will help in digesting the cellulose, thereby they get the energy. And in case of horses and rabbit, okay, in case of horses and rabbit, they have a structure, a pouch is present. They have a pouch called cecum. They have a pouch called cecum between, which is present between esophagus and small intestine. Esophagus and small intestine, which will also contain the bacteria, which will help in digesting the plant cellulose. Okay, so that is about ruminants. Okay, so this is cecum. This part is cecum, and this is large intestine. So you know the very well, this is large intestine. I'll just write here large intestine. So let me complete once again. So they have this mouth, right? Mouth will reach the food pipe called esophagus, and this entire part is the stomach, and one of the chamber is rumen. This is small intestine, and this is large intestine, and they have a small pouch-like structure called cecum. Okay, I hope you understood how these animals will digest the grass. Yes, thank you.